For me to show you how to connect the sling to the 6-point spreader bar. The 6-point spreader bar uses slings that have 3 straps or 4 straps on each side. We apply the sling very much the same way as the sling we saw in the past, by stepping behind the patient, tucking the sling down till you feel your fingertips touching the wheelchair surface. Bring the leg straps around the hips, under the legs, like so. Then we crisscross the sling in the leg area. Now the loops on these slings will also adjust the positioning of the patient. The longer those loops are in the front, the shorter they are in the back, the more the patient sits up. The shorter they are in the front, the longer in the back, the more the patient will lay back. For this transfer, we're going to go ahead and sit the patient up. We connect our slings, loops to the hooks. Like so. And we step over and grab our remote and raise the patient up by pushing the up button on the remote. Everything looks good on the patient. And we raise the patient up out of the chair. So at this point, we can safely move the patient to the next surface. Well, now let's put our patient in the bed. Let's turn the patient just slightly. Position the patient over the bed. Grab the remote, hit the down button, and lower the patient safely on the bed. Once our patient is down on the bed, we're going to remove the sling from the patient, so the patient won't have to sit on the sling throughout the day. So once our sling bar is down low enough that the loops are loose, we'll remove the 6-point spreader bar straps from the hooks. Move the device out of the way. Take the sling set out from underneath the legs. Roll the patient over slightly. Tuck the sling under the patient. Bring the patient back over. And now we've removed the sling. To transfer a patient from the bed to the chair, we simply pull the device up to the patient, lower the spreader bar down so it's easy for us to connect the loops to the hooks. We use the shorter loops in the shoulder and middle area, and the longer loops in the legs. That way, when we transfer the patient, they're in an upright position. It'll make it easier for us to put the patient in the chair. So now that all of our loops are connected, we raise the patient up by pushing the button on the remote. And as you can see, the patient is gently raising into a sitting position to make it easier for us to put the patient into the wheelchair. Now let's go put the patient in the wheelchair. To transfer the patient into the chair with the 6-point spreader bar, you simply approach the chair, open the base, and position the patient over the chair. Lower the system down with the remote. Use the handles on the side to position the patient properly in the chair. Once the patient is down, we have tension off of the loops. We can remove the loops from the hooks on the 6-point spreader bar. Once the loops are detached, we can move the lift out of the way. And we can remove the sling from the patient by uncrossing the legs, taking the straps out from underneath the legs, and pulling the sling off of the chair.